Hi friends, happy Tuesday. It is February and it is Black History Month. I am actually wearing a stole that I wore on Sunday and wore last year that was made by our dear Myrtle Hyman, and I just love it. I just love it, and I hope to be maybe wearing a different African print next Sunday. We are exploring this month the Black siblings in our denomination that have been influential in our history and even today. And I want to look at one that's a favorite of mine is Charles Albert Tindley. I remember as a kid singing his songs in church. He is known as the grandfather of gospel music. Now, you may have heard of Thomas Dorsey, who composed Precious Lord, Take My Hand, and There Will Be Peace in the Valley. And Dorsey is known as the father of gospel music, but he got a lot of his inspiration from Tindley's songs. And so Tindley is being known as the grandfather of gospel. Tindley was born 14 years before the Civil War ended. He's a son of slave parents. His parents died. Both parents died while in slavery. They were 5 years old. He was 5 years old. And by the age of 17, he had taught himself how to read. He moved to Philadelphia and found employment as a janitor for the Calvary Methodist Episcopal Church. Now, we call ourselves United Methodist, and if you're in the adult Sunday school class, there's a handout that shows you the history of how we have changed over the years, how we've broken off groups and how we've come back together. And I hope we will explore that. I think it helps us realize that all churches have been constantly moving and changing from the beginning of Christianity. So Tindley, while he was a janitor, he took night classes and also correspondence courses from Boston University. Boston University was then and still, there's a seminary there for the United Methodist. And there, because of those classes and because of his call, Tindley was ordained in the Methodist ministry and appointed to churches in Delaware and New Jersey, and eventually came back to Calvary Methodist Church. Calvary Methodist Church is now called Tindley United Methodist Church, or Tindley Temple, actually. And while Tindley was a pastor there, he grew the congregation to over 7,000 members. That was very diverse: African Americans, Europeans, Jews, and Hispanics. They built a new building, and as I said, Tindley wasn't that excited that they called it after him, but it is Tindley Temple Methodist Church today. He wrote over 47 hymns, and we have a good many in our hymnal, the blue hymnal that's in the pew. We'll be singing 2 of his hymns, one next Sunday and one the following Sunday. You may have heard Nothing Between Me and the Master, I think is how it goes, and When the Storms of Life Are Raging, Stand By Me. Tindley's lyrics reflect the daily experience of an African American at the time, speak of poverty, discrimination, suffering, deliverance, freedom, and that a better day is coming. I think his lyrics are not just for history. I think that his lyrics are for us today. And as a white United Methodist, it's important for me to understand that we still need to have a better day coming. We still need to be participants in helping a better day come for all of God's people. Amen.